I had to call my last name, just use JJ, because don't nobody know me about that. Okay.
Hello, folks. It's the barbecue back on the line here, and I have a very special surprise guest in the booth with me now for this next match, which is going to be Morro Paez versus Alex Pagulayan, which should be an exciting match, that's for sure. And so joining me in the booth right now is the infamous JJ Johnson.
Oh.
Hi, JJ.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Just call him JJ. That's what he says.
Right.
So, you know, I think I mentioned to the viewers yesterday that Daniel had met you and had been meeting with you and talking about your extensive video collection that you have. And while we're waiting for this match to start, why don't you talk a little bit about how you came about all of that?
Well, it started back in 1988 or 87. I was over in Reno at one of the tournaments. And I happened to see Pat Fleming with AccuStats filming the matches. And I remember back in the early days when people first started using Polaroid cameras in bars.
Right.
And I know how big that got to be. And then I thought to myself, I wonder how many people never seen themselves play pool. And I thought about it. I said, well, I know what I do. When I get back home, I'm going to sell the rest of these cues I got, buy me a camera and find out. And I started filming, and I'd say within 2 months after I left Reno. And I've been doing it ever since. Now I have maybe one of the largest collection of videos on the West Coast.
Oh my God. You know, Daniel was telling me about that, and it was just fascinating to me because it's like, wow, to have that much history, you know.
Well, what happened was I was fortunate because most of the fellas that were from the old school, the pros and all the rest of the guys, they were still playing in most major tournaments, and Jay Halford happened to be one of the largest promoters on the West Coast. And whenever he had a tournament, everybody came. So I've been knowing Jay Halford since '66, from way back in Hollywood when he first come out here.
Oh, right.
And he invited me to come over and film a couple of tournaments, and I did those, and then I met Chuck that had the hard times through him. I came over here, and one of the first major events that I filmed was F.M. Reyes playing Cecil Tugwell, One Pocket. And then after that, the fellas that see me doing that invited me over to film the '92 LA Open.
Wow.
And, I mean, it just goes on and on.
All right, hold on just a minute. I'm got to interrupt you for just a slight second here. I need to ask Daniel a question. I tried to ask something in here in the chat room. Spanky's name comes up as he was talking, and I don't know how to get our name back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I got you. Okay, good. He got this corrected here, so we're good to go. And we're here live at the Jay Swanson 16th Annual Memorial Tournament. This is a huge deal here this weekend.
Oh, it is. It is.
Absolutely humongous, and sorry about that, folks. So anyway, as I was saying, 16th Annual Jay Swanson Memorial here at Hard Times Billiards in
Yeah, I remember.
Bellflower, California, home of
First
champions. That's right, way back when.
Right.
And up here next on the streaming table, and this event is being brought to you by CSI, Q Sports International, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, Kamui Tips and Chalk, and the big black box of goodies that he had. And we'd also like to thank Don Espinosa, the pool stat guy, for keeping the statistics of this entire event that we're streaming, plus all of our past events for us from pooltracks.net. And also, we are POV, Point of View Pool, streaming to you live currently here at Hard Times, and Eddie Oregwan, owner of Hard Times, who has put in the $4,000 additional prize money for this 192-player event.
Wow.
And lastly but not leastly, if you care to throw a few dollars our way, log on to Point of View Pool and you can click on donate. And there you have it. So enough of my talk here. We're going to get back to JJ and the match at hand, which should be very good. Alex Pagulayan versus Morro Paez. So now JJ.
Yes.
So you've been around the pool for a lot of years, haven't you?
Since 1946.
Oh my God. Okay, now that just blew me away right there. I might fall out of my chair and spill my hot steaming coffee all over.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh boy.
No, I started playing pool when I was 11 years old.
Holy cow.
And it was by accident.
By accident?
By accident. Myself and a friend of mine was out shoveling snow one afternoon, and we was in a storefront trying to get warm, and it was getting late, and we said, well, it's almost time to go home because pretty soon it's going to get dark and the snow's going to get too hard for us to work on. And he said, well, let's get one more. So we looked up and down the street, and there was this lady had a driveway with a car, driveway in a front yard that hadn't been cleaned off. He said, let's go see what she want to do. We walked over to the lady's house and asked her, did she want to have her driveway cleaned out? And she said, sure, how would you charge? She said, $1 piece. You know, that day was
wow.
a lot of money.
Wow.
So we got to shoveling the snow out of the driveway and out of the front yard and off the sidewalk. And when we got close to finish, she come out and said, do you guys want to come in the house and get warm for a minute? And we said, yeah, because we were soaking wet up to our kneecaps. Feet froze, hands froze, and everything else. So she said, well, why don't you go downstairs and stand by the heater? That way you can get warm and dry too. We go downstairs, started getting warm, and then all of a sudden this little girl come running downstairs. You play pool? You play pool? We looked at the girl, we said, we don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about? And before we realized it, she's over in the corner pulling on a big cloth. And when she got the cloth off the table, it was a pool table. I said,
wow.
What is that? She said, pool table. I said, how you play that? She started throwing balls up and gave us all a stick, and we started knocking balls around.
Oh my God.
I liking it to the point where
you were hooked.
By me living right around the corner, I said, who do you play with? She said, I don't nobody to play with. I said, well, I'll come out and play with you after
I'm
school.
your new best friend.
Yeah, and all that winter, I played with that little girl in her house after I got off of school. And then when summer came, I joined the boys club and started playing in there. And I've been playing pool ever since.
Unbelievable. What an unbelievable story.
Yeah.
JJ with us in the booth here. Wow. So during your story, I don't know if you noticed here, but Morro just took down the first rack.
Right.
And quite handily, I might add.
I tell you about both of these young men. Morro is probably one of the best loved pool players in this entire building. Every time you see Morro, he's got a smile on his face.
Yes, he does.
A warm greeting.
Great gentleman.
And I've yet to ever see Morro have a misunderstanding with someone over a pool match.
Isn't that interesting? You know, there are players like that, and then you've got the opposite extreme of that, you
Right.
know?
Well, there's quite a few of them around.
Oh, you're not a kidding.
And, but he's not one of them. And Alex is like a clown prince.
Isn't he, though? I love Alex.
Every time you see him, he's laughing.
He's got the best smile.
Yeah, laughing and joking and knocking balls off the table 100 miles an hour.
Well, he had ball in hand on this because
Yeah.
Morro broke and broke dry, and so he's at the table now with a wide open rack.
Right.
And he doesn't seem to be, you know, neither of these guys. Well, Morro obviously didn't. You know, do you know what we call this table here, JJ?
The devil
The
table.
devil table. That's right. Oh, that's right. You've been listening to
I've
us.
been listening to you guys religiously.
Oh,
I
boy.
want to understand what you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, I know. Well, we're kind of goofy, you know, but it kind of works. So.
Well, let's say it like this. For someone that's sitting in the house and not having anything to do but watch the TV, it's
This works, huh?
No, it's entertaining.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, that's what we're here for. You know, we're
Because
supposed to be bringing it.
When I watch the stream, I not only watch the game, but I see people that I haven't seen in 10, 15 years.
Oh, that's right. I bet, huh?
And when I see the young guys like Corey and
Oh, yeah.
Max and a few other guys, all of these guys have gained 10, 15 pounds, have gotten gray hair,
Oh yeah.
have gotten no hair.
Oh yeah.
And,
Rodney Morris.
Oh, I got films on Rodney when Rodney was almost Alex's size.
Oh my God.
And like the young man over there on table 6, I think it is. No, table 7. The one that's racking the balls.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And who is that? You know, I didn't know his name.
I don't know his real name, but his nickname in the pool room is Baby Huey.
Oh, Baby Huey.
And he is a great pool player from way back. And
Yeah, I was watching him over here.
you talking about somebody that has the respect of all the pool players in Southern California? That man right there. And I would say that man right there is famous as Swanee almost.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, I had no idea. You know, I just haven't seen him.
Now,
I'm
I'll
not
say it like
familiar
this.
with him.
Looking at him,
Alex, wow.
you can imagine looking at Swanee because they both was the same size.
Yeah, I know, yes. Yeah, Jay Swanson,
Yeah.
the gentle giant, as he's
Giant,
known.
That's what he was.
And look at this. Alex has made mincemeat, you know, just to run this rack. Wow. Boy, we got a match here, folks. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah,
this is
a
going
match where you miss, you lose.
to... Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's how this is going to come down.
Yeah.
So, we got a 1-1 score here.
There's another young man right there with a striped shirt on, Arturo.
Oh, yeah. Boy, you know, you are like an encyclopedia of pool, mister.
In Southern California, I can name off almost anybody that walked in the pool room. Except
Now
for-
that's respectable.
Except for these youngsters under 40.
Oh, wow. Now, come, you
Well,
know.
let's say it like this. I've been sick for 8, 9, maybe 10 years. And a lot of the fellas in here, I haven't seen in over 10 or 15 years. Like Tang Ho right there.
Oh, yeah, Tang
I
Ho.
haven't seen Tang. And
He's a fun guy.
yeah, over maybe 9 years. And I remember when he first started playing in the USPPA.
Oh, yes, I know. I've seen him up in Reno and
Yeah. We used to play over in Glendale
at Charles.
at Charlie's when Charlie first opened the place up.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Some of my first tournaments were at Charles. That's actually how I got into tournaments, was at Charles Billiards. I was playing a lunch pool with some friends, because if you went over, our offices happened to be right across the street from Charles Billiards there in Glendale. And so we started, I've always loved sports, you know, any sport and anything that had a challenge or an opponent, I was there, right? So we, you know, you got free pool if you bought lunch. So we would go over there and we'd eat lunch and we'd get the free pool. And I started hanging out with some of the guys over there, and then pretty soon one thing led to another, and then
You got hooked.
well, you know, I really enjoyed the game, but I wasn't serious or anything. And one of the guys there said, you know, you should come to a tournament. I said, oh, come on, you know, give me a break. And he goes, no, it's handicapped. Everybody has a chance. It's a lot of fun. So I went to the tournament that night, JJ. And I made it up to the 3rd round just by sheer luck.
Wow.
Okay, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
And then I found out, oh my God, you mean there's more than one tournament a week? Oh, I'm in such trouble now. Oh my God.
Everywhere.
And that started the whole ball rolling.
That's all it takes is to get into it.
And now it's in the blood. You can't get it out.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. And most people do it because they meet a lot of people. And as long as there's no violence or no madness involved, they enjoy themselves, you know. But if you go in some of the places where they have alcohol, and you always got to be afraid of what might happen to you.
Oh, absolutely.
What's going on. It's no fun because you always got to be on guard.
That's right. Oh, Morro just missed a kick that he should have hit.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Okay, well, ball in hand for Alex. That could be bye-bye for this rack, but I don't want to give him commentator's curse. You know all about that, don't you?
Look, I've been listening at you. I said, now this girl ought to stop this. She messed around and had the whole game upside down.
I know. I got to really watch it.
Now, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, what?
Have you collected any of those dollars you've been betting on people?
Oh, you know what? I owe Spanky $1, and then Jenny Lee owes me $1.
Right.
So that's a wash so far.
Yeah,
but
Jenny was the first one you won.
Yeah, exactly. I know I need to bet with her more often, but you know I do. I've lost the dollar count.
Yeah.
But yeah, I keep wanting to get $1. Should we bet? What do you want to bet on? I'll bet with you.
Well, now who, me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh no, you got the wrong guy.
No, come on.
Look here. I am as good as any one of these guys in here as far as making odds and making bets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to the point now where, I'll tell you what, if you be in the house of business when I come in there sometime, just watch the amount of people get up and want to play me.
Well, you know, I'm looking forward to that.
But you know why they want to play me?
Why?
Because I haven't played in 8 and 9 years, and I done beat them all.
Oh, there we go.
And
I see.
They all got good, and they know they can beat me now.
So now the challenge is on. Game is on, so to speak.
But see, I learned a long time ago.
Hey, look at this! Look at this shot.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna get there.
Oh yeah, he is.
I learned a long time
Beautiful
ago.
stroke.
If you don't, no, wait a minute. If you walk in a pool room,
yeah,
and don't see nobody you can beat, what does that mean?
Oh.
What does that mean?
Well, that means you don't put your hands in your pockets.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Well, no. Well,
You want to know what it means?
what?
It means you it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tag you're it. Oh, God, yeah, stupid me. Hey, I've not had a whole lot of sleep, so I'm not the brightest star in the world today.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a little slow.
Yeah.
That's great, JJ. I love that. Look at this. Alex is really,
Alex,
you know, they both come to play, you know, for sure. Morro's sitting there just kind of with a grin on his face going, well, I lost this one.
Right. Well, see, a fellow like Morrow or Alex, playing the caliber player they're playing, they understand when the player
You
comes
miss.
to the table with the cue ball in hand, they don't have to shoot again.
Yeah,
But not
that's
only
right.
that, they don't have to ever get back to their table. They can, both of them are capable of running rack after rack after rack. I've seen Morrow run so many racks on people.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And Alex, he don't have no mercy. He get good. He getting stroked.
With a smile on his face.
Yeah, he getting stroked, and it becomes a joke, you know.
Man, I'll tell you what. Well, this is going to be a good match because it's going to be certainly a trade-off on these racks.
Oh yeah.
You know, unless we, start getting some breaks and runs there.
Right.
And getting some packs run on these people. So those of you, if you have just joined us, you are here with POV Pool, giving you a live stream from sunny Southern California Hard Times Billiards. And we are at the 16th annual Swanee Memorial. And in the booth with me is JJ. That's all you need to know. I have JJ in the booth. And we sure thank him for coming on. And CSI for sponsoring this wonderful event, Q Sports International. And I also need to mention, while I remember it, because if I don't do it now, I won't remember it, we also need to remind you of some important things coming up here in February. CSI is putting on the 19th Annual U.S. Bar Table Championships from February 13th through 19th, the Grand Sierra Resort and Casino. Please check that out. You can go on to playcsipool.com. Check out all of the entry information. This is a big event. There's $25,250 added to this. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, and it's also 10 ball, 9 ball, and 8 ball. And then alongside of that, the World PPA out of is also doing a Reno shootout, 9 ball, from February 17th through 19th, and it's also at the Grand Sierra Resort. So go online and check these things out. You can go to worldppa.com or playcsipool.com, either one, and get in there and take a good look, sign up, and Daniel and I are going to be up in Reno, and there's a lot of good things going on in February where the calendar is like booked. Wow.
I was listening at you the other night, and you were talking about that shootout. That was the first time I heard of something like that.
Well, yeah.
I was wondering how that would work.
Well, I'll tell you what's surprising to me. And I think that this is an error on the promotional activities of a lot of the pool organizations and halls and things. And I think that it needs some work, because I run into people all the time that go, oh, well, I didn't know the Swanee was playing, or I didn't know they were having a, big event up in Reno, or I didn't know this, or I didn't know that. And I'm like, wow, how come you people don't know about this stuff?
Well,
it's amazing to me. So
what I remember when I was participating in activities all the time, there used to be a lot of flyers passed out. There used to be magazines that would go around through neighborhoods. But now that everything is on the internet, people post things on YouTube, on AZBilliards, on onepocket.org. And they think that everybody knows.
Oh, I know,
and there's a lot of people that don't have computers.
You are so right, and this is why the power of the printed material still needs to be out there.
Right.
And I think that all of the pool, my opinion, my point of view, pool opinion, and of course our motto is we're trying to unite the world of billiards. Okay, I think that all of the pool halls, should share in the like you should post the flyers for these events,
that can get a little difficult for the simple reason most pool halls think that when they put a flyer up from another event in another pool hall, it's going to take the players out of their room.
But they're wrong, JJ.
I know it.
It's not true.
I know it. Because what happens is if you don't have the players educated to the events that's going on, they're never going to grow.
That's right.
And if they don't grow, it's pretty soon before they find something else to do and they stop becoming pool players altogether.
Wow, look at that. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Morro, he's formidable.
Yes,
he can really be formidable. But yeah, I just, I've been in business for a long time myself. There's plenty of people out there, really.
Oh, sure.
There's plenty of people to fill up a hall, but you have to get them to the hall.
Right.
And that requires promotion. And
like you said, if they work together,
yes,
and everybody would be aware of more than one thing to do.
That's right.
If they go to one place and make friends, and
they're all going to talk.
Yeah, they're all going to talk. But what's going to happen is they become such good friends or got so much in common that they come from each other's pool rooms to visit them.
That's exactly right, because it's very social too.
Yeah, so now that the people go from this pool room to that pool room, and
whoa,
they
nice
see
shot.
friends and they come back, and they got something to talk about in another pool room,
No, I know, and it just saddens me. I'm a little bit of a marketing and PR person myself. I've had a lot of experience with that in the past, and with my own company, and with other companies that I've worked with or for in the many years that I've been working, and I know the importance of it. And it just I just hate to see viewpoints where people think, oh my God, I can't promote anybody else because it might take away from me, because it actually can have the opposite effect.
It does.
And so it just saddens me, and I'm hoping that maybe Daniel and I, through some of our efforts, can help to bring Wow, what a shot on the 9-ball. Can help to bring some of these people together and,
Right.
get them working a little bit more together so that they can, understand that it will help their hall, actually.
Sure. Well, most of the time, different events will draw different people from different places, and then when they go home, they got something to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
The
absolutely.
people they met, the things that they saw, the things that they've done, and it makes for a good conversation, and it makes for good PR.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if nobody learns anything from nobody else, then everybody becomes stagnant.
That's right.
I mean, they get complacent to the point where if a stranger walk in the door, everybody look up and say, "Who's that?"
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
But I remember back in the old days when you walked in a pool room, if you was a hustler or a gambler and you were looking for a game, all you had to do is put your name up on the wall. And somebody would walk up to you and ask you what you play. And if you said it didn't matter, then they ask you how much you want to play for. Then you name your price, and they direct you in somebody that was capable of playing that kind of pool.
Wow.
And
wow, what a world. What a world that was.
You had to be good at what you was doing, because there was always somebody in every pool room that could almost beat anybody walking the door.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, I want to take just a minute here. I'd like to give a little update and a very grateful, big, huge thanks to some donors: Mark Osborne, Alicia Rodriguez, Vincent Wu, World PPA, John Epstein, John Terrell, William W. Worrell. I'll give that again: William M. Worrell, Jeff Stevenson, Willie Makeaball, Derek Kim, and Gary Blowers, and especially to our very special sponsor, Kamui. A big fat thank you to all of you guys. Oh, you rock. They rock it,
Right
JJ.
on. Right on. That's great. Now, did you Daniel let the people know about the trivia question?
Oh, you mean for your surprise?
Yeah.
No, we haven't even talked about that yet on the stream. Oh, folks, here we go. While we're watching Morro run out here, we're going to... JJ, you're giving away something via a trivia question today, are you not?
Right. I was going through my inventory and found a match between Dennis Hatch and Jay Swanson.
Oh my God.
The hot seat match and the final.
Oh my God.
And it was played right here in Hard Times in 1988.
Holy cow.
And
or should I say holy moly?
I'm going to donate the videotapes to this trivia question.
Oh my God. Okay, you people on the line here. Yeah, Holy Toledo. There's another one.
Yeah.
What a special, oh my God. From my heart, I thank you. I think that is one of the most fantastic giveaways that we've ever had.
Oh,
absolutely.
It's my pleasure. I very, seldom find something like this, but I got so many tapes, I don't know what's all in there. I just got a machine that I can start playing them to find out what I do have.
Oh my God. Well, this is a treat, I'll tell you what, for these viewers. And I know they're all going to be clamoring to answer this question that's going to be coming up here just a minute. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask the trivia question, and then we got to really pay attention over here to find out who answers it correctly first.
Have to look at that because I can't see.
Yeah, okay. Well, oh yeah, I got some spare glasses if you need them here.
For my eyes, you need some binoculars.
And so here's what we're going to do. He's going to ask the question, and then whoever comes up with it first is going to win this fantastic prize, this video match, donated by JJ here, and we'll get it from Pool Action Video, and we will get it sent to you somehow. You'll have to private message us the personal information, and we'll get it all written down, and there you have it. Right. So take it away, JJ.
Okay, this trivia question goes back to 1991.
Ruh-roh.
Who was the first person to defeat Evan Reyes in a one-pocket match?
Oh my God. How about you write down the answer here so that I can see? Okay.
Cecil Tugwell. Oh, did they hear what I said?
All right, I know what the answer is now, folks. So I'm going to be looking. I'm looking. Yes, this is JJ from the San Fernando Valley area. Okay, Cecil, Jerome 62, Cecil. Okay, what was Cecil's last name? Cecil is correct. Do they have to have both names, or would just Cecil do it?
That one name is good.
Okay, good. So we have a winner. Jerome 62. Cecil was the first. Was definitely the correct answer to this question.
Yes.
Congratulations, Jerome 62. So we need you to private. Oh my God, what a lucky winner.
No kidding.
Holy moly, woohoo. Okay, so everybody, Jerome is going to be sending the information, and we'll take it down and we'll get that tape to you.
Right.
Thank you so much, JJ. That is what an awesome thing to do.
I've been thinking about doing something for that a long time, but I very seldom get a chance to get out, so I wouldn't have been able to, do it.
Wow. Wow, wow. I am so impressed.
I'm surprised that somebody got it that fast.
Oh, you wouldn't believe these people out in the outbound. They are quick. They are Johnny on it, and there's a lot of people here that know a lot about pool. What a terrific thing.
That's how they got it right there.
No, because they were all guessing all the different. There was a whole bunch of guesses on all kinds of all the different possibilities here.
Right.
In the meantime, look at Alex got back to the table here while we were in the middle of all of this. Yes, he is. And this is this is going to be a tight match here.
What's the score?
Well, it's about to be 3-3 here.
Oh, wow.
He sinks this 9-ball.
Right.
It is. We are at 3-3.
Well, like I said.
Fantastic.
Like I said, either one of them make a mistake. The other one's going to finish the rack out unless the rack is totally have a lot of problems,
Yeah, that's right.
But
I just saw Morro over here. He was indicating it was a little hot in here.
It is hot in here.
It is a little stuffy today. Well, yesterday you should have seen it. Oh my God!
I can imagine. But I remember times in here where if you were sitting in that grandstand, you had to go out and get a coat.
Oh yeah.
My ribs used to hurt. It was so cold in here.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I always try. Whenever I try to come and play here, I layer myself. I try to wear something that stuff that I can take off, so that if I do get too warm or if I get cold, I can put it back on, because boy, when you're shooting, to have that temperature change is let me tell you.
I'll tell you what though, I'm glad that they put the lights up so that the stream is not dark.
Yes, isn't that terrific? Eddie Aregwin, owner here at Hard Times, bless his heart, he got this all handled for us so the stream would be much more visible to the viewers, and we so thank him. He's such a great guy.
Well, this room in itself has always had owners that were great for the players or great for the game. They do everything possible to make it convenient for the people, and I haven't seen one yet that didn't do something to make it pleasant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's terrific. Well, no, they don't all do that at other halls.
Well, so some pool halls are working with shoestring budgets, and some working with the national debt. They got more money than the law allows.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Even then, some of them, they just don't care. But anybody have a pool room of this caliber that don't care, the pool room is not going to last long. And this pool room is...
Oh, it's been here forever, man.
This pool room is the best pool room on the West Coast.
Oh, I think it may be one of the best in the entire country. I'll tell you what, I love shooting here. My game improved so much when I started coming down here and playing with the better players and shooting on this equipment.
Oh, yeah. When Chuck designed this place, he did it in such a way that the younger players, the intermediate, the beginning players had room to play, but they also had access to see great players play. that way they learn.
Absolutely.
And by having them separated where the pros, the hustlers, and everybody played on this side, and the beginners played on the other side, or the family people played on the other side. Whenever there was a big match or something important going on, they had a chance to come and see it. They didn't have to go someplace else, you know?
Oh, absolutely. But you know, I also want to mention, because you know, Daniel and I went up and we were in the Chuck Marcolis tournament up there at Hard Time Sacramento.
Right.
Now I got to say, Hard Time Sacramento, fantastic.
Oh, sure.
You know, both of these hard times, really, I think that they really epitomize what a pool room should be. You know, in this state.
I filmed some matches up there in that place when they first opened it up, and I got a couple of matches in there that records were set that the people didn't even know they set them. And I just told Bustamante that he set a record up there playing effort one time, and he didn't even know it. There's nobody
in
recorded history that has run 17 balls in succession playing one pocket in a live event.
Get out.
Nobody. I mean, they run 8, 9, 11, 12. I seen Perica run 13 on Mizrak, but after he had got out, he was just clowning. Everybody was laughing, and he was still knocking balls off the table.
Wow.
He never got no further than 13. But Bustamante,
I did not know that.
But Bustamante actually knocked 9 balls off the table in one rack, broke them, and made a ball on a break and ran 8 and out, back to back, and effort never got out of the chair.
Wow. Holy cow. Well, look at this. All right, so again. Alex is back in the lead by 1.
Right.
But it's anybody's game. Somebody in the audience here wanted to know, JJ, if you knew who was going to win the Super Bowl.
If I knew who was going to win the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. They're asking you if you knew who was going to win the Super Bowl.
I got no idea who was going to win the Super Bowl. But I tell you what, in order for me to be right here, right now, I left everything in my house on record.
So good for you.
So when I get out of here, I'm going to go home and watch it, because it'll probably be over by the time I get home.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. Well, if you're just joining us, we're at the 16th Annual Swanee Memorial Tournament here at Hard Times, Bellflower, California. Owner Eddie Aregwin, the $4,000 contributor to the Player Prize Fund, and this event sponsored by CSI, Q Sports International, and streamed to you live here today for free. POV, Point of View Pool. That would be Daniel Bush and Barbara Lee, a.k.a. Barbecue, or what other name were you? Somebody, I was getting another name from somebody. No, I don't know.
JJ, that's it.
Yeah, JJ. And JJ is in the booth with us today. What a treat. We've had a lot of, and our sponsor, Kamui. Kamui, John was here from Kamui in the booth earlier. Terrific guy. We had a lot of fun.
Right.
And he gave away some chalk. I think he's going to be back maybe
was
later
that the big fella that was here?
Yes, and he had the big black box of, terrific.
Yeah.
But boy, look at this now. We had a break and a ball down and a hook for Alex, and he's certainly not.
I would venture to say Alex is
going to push out.
No, he's going to hit this ball if he shoot at it.
I don't think he's going to shoot it. Well, I don't know. So Alex Pagulayan playing Morro Paez. Morro is a high-profile player here in the Southland, well-known, and Hard Times here is pretty much his home. Morro
is one of the greatest pool players that ever walked in this door.
And boy, you talk about consistent. He is. So, but both these guys.
In fact, I'll say this: if you came out here to a Sunday tournament and you did not see Morro in the place, you were undoubtedly going to miss watching some great pool.
Oh, absolutely.
Because to watch Morro play is like, it's something that you don't see every day.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of guys play good. There's a lot of guys that are great players. But not with the enthusiasm and the attitude that Morro had for the game.
Yeah, he's a class act.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so he pushed out. And, I guess while we're waiting for Morrow to decide whether he's going to take this shot, I don't know that he is going to. I'm going to do a little rundown on the rules of this tournament. The Magic Ball rack is the official rack. It's a race to 7 on the winner's side, and I've been told today it's also a race to 7 on the one-loss side.
Uh-oh.
And it's a winner break format, rack your own, no pattern racking, and no soft breaks allowed. 4 balls must hit the rail, or you must pocket a ball. There's also cue ball fouls only, and no jump cues today. They have to jump with their full cue.
They have to jump with their own house cue.
You got it. And it's the BCAPL rules that will be the determining guide. And there's one other thing I want to mention in the pool world on, both the 3-foul rule and the push out. You really need to notify your opponent and get an acknowledgement. People
Right.
forget about this acknowledgement part of it
Well,
because
that's the most important part.
Well, I know, but people don't always acknowledge, and the player that's giving the information to the
Right.
opponent, like, hey, you're on 2, you're on
Right.
2 fouls, And if the guy doesn't nod or say anything, well, he could come back and say, I didn't hear you say that.
Right. Well, the only
You know?
only reason a guy wouldn't acknowledge it is because he's thinking that the guy's trying to shark him.
Yeah, I know. Well, absolutely, but that
Yeah.
happens.
Oh yeah.
You know.
But I mean, he still have been notified, and to have somebody make it a rule that he has to acknowledge it, it takes out all the squabbles.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Takes
right.
out all the squabbles.
And another thing that we want to mention here is Bob CMB WSU, and he's a great guy, and Upstate Al, and I think there's a couple of others that I'm missing, but these guys are great promoters of the game.
Right.
And we just love, they've been coming on the stream, and we've been promoting them, and they're promoting us, and see,
Right.
that's how that's supposed to work.
Well,
you promote one
this
another.
stream amazes me because I see a lot of things on the stream sometimes that are abbreviated.
Oh yes,
And
yes.
if you're not used to doing this and you miss one of them abbreviations, ain't no telling what you might be saying.
Oh, yeah, you're not a kidding. Oh, we have a question for you from the audience here, JJ. They say, do you have the Efren versus Grady one pocket match for $10,000 at Hard Times in the early 1990s?
Yes, I do.
Oh, my God. The answer is yes. Now, that does not surprise me.
No,
Holy cow.
but there's a little story that goes with that.
Oh, here we go. Well, we want the story. We'll watch the story while Alex runs out. How's that?
Okay, you want me to tell them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think they want to know.
I had a misunderstanding with Grady.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and only because he thought that I shouldn't do it. But before I got into it, I didn't realize that he would have been upset because he was one of my heroes. Mike Siegel and Grady were the first videotapes that I bought, and I thought a lot of them because I learned a lot from their tapes. So by me filming all the rest of the guys, I didn't think they would mind. Anyway,
Wow.
I got the word from a few fellas that Grady was upset, so I got in contact with him, and we talked, and we got into a little misunderstanding. So
Well, that happens sometimes.
yeah. So I made him a promise that if he didn't want me to sell the tapes, I'll just put it in my own collection, and anybody that wanted to buy the tape would have to have him call me and tell him it's all right for them to buy the tape. And I haven't sold a copy of that tape yet.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh my God.
If they can't get in touch with Grady and Grady don't call me and tell me it's okay to sell it to them, I won't sell it.
Wow. Well, now was this for $10 or 10,000? Somebody in the room said it was for
no,
$10.
it was for a lot of thousands because they played 9 ball, one pocket, and straight pool, I think. But they played 3 games.
I said, well, you're hearing it live from JJ.
Right.
JJ was there, so.
Yeah, I got it on tape.
And he's got it on tape. Well,
I got a lot of matches on tape that people haven't seen them since I filmed them. I got one match that was filmed right here on this table right here for $50,000.
oh my God.
Between a couple of players, and they both were high caliber players that I wouldn't want to let anybody know that they are good as they are.
Okay, now here's what I'm getting in the audience here now. You're getting very popular very quickly here. People want to know, do you have an email address? that they can email you, or a website, or anything? In other words,
I don't have a website yet because I'm still trying to learn how to use a computer.
yeah, I understand
But
that.
I got an email address.
Okay, well, what is it? And we can let the viewers know here.
Pool Action Videos.
Pool Action Videos
at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com.
Right.
And they can, through that, can they get in touch with you? Well, I mean, that is your email. Okay,
that's
so
my
good.
email address.
So you can send JJ a question or a request, or send him $50,000.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm being funny.
No, that's
Oh,
all
boy.
right. I can accept 50,000. Help me get on my feet, get back in business.
Yeah. Would that do it? You know,
Yeah.
I think maybe that would do it. Now Alex has taken a little more of a considerable lead here while we've been yapping it up. He's at 5, and Morro 3. So wow, watch out. Watch out. But didn't we say earlier, you know, both of these guys are capable of putting on some racks, you know.
Right.
Okay. Look at this. A dry break. I believe. Oh no.
No, he got a shot.
No, he got
ball.
it. He's in there. Okay.
Yeah. He'll probably run out.
Terrific. Yeah, he should.
No ball's in trouble.
He's past that 8 though, isn't he? On the.
Yeah, he can get to the. If he can get to the 1 ball, he can get to the 2 ball.
I don't know. I can't tell from this. You know, this
3
angle
ball,
is a little
5
bit
ball,
difficult.
6 ball, 7 ball, 8 ball. Yeah,
He's putting a little
right
right-hand English though.
Oh no.
No, he couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. Safety. Safety good.
The hook safety's good. Yeah, you can't
Somebody
see it.
wants to know Baby Huey's score, but to tell you the truth, we cannot see it here from the booth. There's a lot of glare on the plexiglass, and it's a little too far away. And both JJ and I in the booth here are over 50, aren't we, JJ?
50.
So. Oh my God, the look on your face. Oh, I wish I'd had a camera
I got
picture
a
of
question
that.
for you. I'm going to tell you how old I am, but how old do you think I am?
I have no clue.
Well, I told you I started playing pool in
Well, I do. I
1946.
know you said something about 1946. So holy cow, I'm not even going to go there.
I'm 76.
Oh,
I'll be
no way.
77 this year.
Okay, no way.
Yes, I was born 1935.
Okay, I would have never guessed that in a gajillion, zillion years. I have to say.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Let's say it like
bless
this.
your heart, because
My son is
you're here.
56.
You're here.
Yeah.
And you're talking with me live on the internet to all these great people. Do you see these? I know you can't see these right now. This says that just today, we've had 2,758 views on this stream.
That's amazing.
And we currently have 504 people watching this right now.
Yeah, I better be careful.
So
what
you're
I
becoming
say.
a star.
I
you
better
know?
be careful what I say. Somebody will find out where I'm at.
Oh boy. No, we won't tell. Nobody's going to
You
tell.
don't have to tell. That internet is
I
a
don't
monster.
know, but I don't know where you are, so how are they going to know? Nobody's going to know.
Are you serious?
No. We'll keep it all a secret. How's
There
that?
ain't no secrets on the internet.
Now, see, you might not know how to use it, but you do know all about it, right?
Oh yeah. Look here, I be around people that use it all the time. That's all we do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the only one that don't know how to use it. And
Well, you've been using it because you've been watching us.
yeah, well, I watch everything.
I think that's terrific.
In fact, I'm watching it, trying to learn how to do it so I can get back to work. But I can't get back to work because I don't have the equipment, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's always a problem, I'll
Yeah.
tell you. That's a common problem, actually,
Oh, I know it.
especially in today's climate.
And most people do not understand how much this equipment costs to do it right.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
can get some Mickey Mouse equipment and do it, but I refuse to do that.
Well, you know, now I remember Daniel was telling me after he had one of his sessions with you a story about some camera equipment and how you came across getting your first camera equipment. And I think that this would be a fabulous story for the viewers. We can't make it too long, but I think that we should definitely tell somewhat of a part of that story because it is fantastic.
Okay.
And Alex here just got onto the hill, let me update. So I'll tell you what, Morro's in trouble here.
Yeah, if we don't get
for
started
sure.
before Ali get too far in front of him, it's
Yeah,
too late.
Absolutely. Okay, so JJ, we're going to have him tell us a little story about how he came to get his very first video equipment, or camera.
Well, the first camera I got after I left up Reno. I was buying and selling cues at the time when very few people was doing it. And when I found out that people were interested in having the matches filmed up there in Reno, I sold the rest of the sticks that I had and bought a camera. And that was my first camera. But the second camera I got it due to Chuck McCullers that owned Hard Times back in the 80s.
Right.
When the match came up between Efren and Cecil, he said, "Would you like to film that?" I said, "Sure. But I don't have any equipment, I don't have any money." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what." He went in his pocket, he gave me $300. He said, "Go get what you need, and if that's not enough, just let me know." So I went over to one of the studio places in Hollywood that rent cameras and things through the film companies, and I asked the fellow what kind of equipment did he have for rent, and he said, "Well, we got all kinds of equipment, what you doing?" I said, "Well, look, I'll tell you what, my money is short, but I got a major event that I want to film in Bellflower, and I'd like to know what I need." So he said,
"Oh,
well,
did you see that
yeah,
shot by Morro right now? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, that's a one-pocket shot.
That was beautiful."
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, continue.
So he said, "Well, I'll show you what you need." He went and got a switcher, a camera, about 400 feet of wire, and a few other a couple of monitors, and another tripod. And I said, "Well, what is that gonna run?" He said, "Oh, that'll run you about $300-400, but you're still gonna need some film." So I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have any more money, but what I do have is a pink slip to my car."
This is the story.
So he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "There's a Eldorado outside that I got the pink slip for, and I'll leave it with you. And as soon as the match is over, I'll bring the money back and I'll pay you." He said, "Well, I'm gonna trust you." He gave me everything that I needed, and gave me a diagram to how to use it, and I brought it over here, set it up, and went to work, and got all kinds of problems. One camera, somebody kicked the audio cable out of it.
Oh, no.
One camera didn't have no sound, and then I didn't have enough videotape because I didn't realize the match was going to be so long, so I had to put one camera on SP instead of EP. I mean EP instead of SP. And I said, "He missed it. That's something."
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Poor. Oh, I feel so bad because he had that rack.
Yeah, he did.
He had it in his hand.
So after I got the match over with and everything, it took me a while to edit it down to make something watchable, and then I put it away. And I got so many tapes in my house that it got buried, and I didn't find it for 7 years.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In fact, I just found it about 8-9 months ago looking for something else.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, holy cow.
What happened was the cameras that I had, I wound up burning them up, trying to use them as VCRs to make videotapes to sell to people.
Oh my God.
And oh wow.
No, we're done. We're done here.
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt you here for a minute. Well, you can finish it. But here we go. Alex has just taken down Morro Paez. For all of you watching here, wow, what a match.